Hey, my name is Jay. I am Rockin' Recovery. I hope everybody is having a good day. For me, it's a great day. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about accountability and being honest in your sobriety. All right. So, what I mean by accountability and being honest, and that's a big topic because while in addiction, none of us were really very honest with anybody. We were never honest. We lied, we cheated, we stealed, we did everything we could to get our drug of choice. Our drug could have been whether it was drinking, uh, actual street drugs, prescription drugs, anything that altered our state of being, anything that altered our mind. That's what addiction does. You can be addicted to your cell phone. You can be addicted to other people. You can be addicted to a lot of other things. So, it's really hard to maintain honesty if you're being an active addict or even in that mentality, in that state. And, we'll lie to ourselves the most. We'll lie to ourselves. It's okay. I can control this. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. It's not that bad. Hi, Sarah. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. We talk about our recovery, and in recovery, we got to be super honest with ourselves. We got to hold ourselves accountable. We got to hold those people around us accountable, and that could be just saying, "Hey, you're screwing up." You know, I there were those people in our life that we could do that with. There were those people in our life that need to hold us accountable. There is. We just got to recognize it, and we've got to understand it what it is. Because if we're not accountable to ourselves, we can't hold anybody else accountable either. So when you're being called out or not, when you are doing the wrong thing, and me, I will say, "Hey, so and so, you're kind of fucking up. You're kind of messing up." And they get angry. They show emotions because they're angry. Who's that anger directed at? Who are they really angry at? We got to remember that if this person is in active use, they're probably discouraged, disappointed, shamed at their own self. Yeah, it's really hard. It's really hard to be mad at somebody that's in active use because guess what? They're already ashamed of themselves. Now, that it can go two ways. If you say, "Hey, you're really messing up. Are you okay today?" And you know that they're high, you know that they're uh, wasted, on life or drug or whatever, and they react in a negative, angry fashion, they're not ready. They're not ready. They're not ready to recognize that they fucked up and face the truth. They're not ready. And it's hard. It's hard. It's very hard to maintain a safe boundary with that person. It's actually, for me, it's easy because all I got to do is say no. No means no. Nope. Not going to put up with it today. I choose not to engage. I will stand firmly on my foundation of recovery in God, or God and recovery. And I will stand firm on my foundation, and I choose not to engage. I choose not to engage. Not saying that I won't engage further sometime down the road when maybe you're ready. When maybe the person's ready, then it's a big difference. It's, and yeah, absolutely. It is very hard for family when a loved one is in active addiction. It is. It's hard for not even family members, anybody that I know now outside of addiction, anybody I know now that is in recovery, that's my family. That's the family that I choose. I'm not saying I've got really great family, blood family, really great blood family. I got some really shitty blood family. You know, same thing with recovery. In recovery, we have to be honest with the person next to us. We have to be honest with the person staring back at us in the mirror. We have to be honest with everybody because we've already been judged once as a low life scumbag, whatever else, a thief, a liar, a cheater, whatever the case may be. We've already been judged as that. Do we still want to be judged as that? No, no. So what do we have to do? We have to maintain our own accountability. We have to be accountable to ourselves and everybody around us. Everybody around us. We have to keep proving time and time again that we are honest, trustworthy, and we're accountable. We're holding ourselves accountable, you know? And that means if I see somebody doing wrong and they're part of my family, they, whether that be a relapse or just addict mentality thinking or just not handling something very well, I'm going to say something. That's me being accountable to me. That's me being honest with myself, because if I was in that person's shoes, I would want the same done to me. Now, do I expect them to rage out of control? Probably. You know, it's going to go one or two ways. They're either going to go, yeah, you're right. Here's what's been going on. I should have said something earlier. I'm sorry. You know what? Yeah, let's go. Okay, I'll try harder. Maybe I'll do it this time. Maybe I'm ready this time. If you don't, then there's another side of that. If they don't, then they're going to get angry. They're going to get angry at you for pointing out their flaw of relapse. And whether that be verbal or emotional, or they're just going to be angry and it's going to suck. Your actions outside of addiction is a slow road to trust for those that were hurt by the actions of the addict. Very true. Very true. And we've got to keep showing up for ourselves as well as for everybody else, you know, and that goes to boundaries again. That goes back to the good old friggin' boundaries topic that we still learn, and we are still learning how to maintain safe boundaries. And my safe boundary today is saying, no, I don't want to engage with you right now. I don't think I can manage that. Thank you very much. No. Nope, not doing it. No, not going to happen. And you can call me any name you want in the book. I don't care. I've been called worse, I'm sure. I'm sure I've called people worse. That's okay. I'm okay with that. At one point in time, I'd probably fit the description you're talking about. Do I anymore? No. So it doesn't bother me. So try something different. It doesn't bother me. And, you know, that comes to show how far you can grow in recovery. If you're in active addiction or an active relapse, you're not growing. You're stagnant. You're just staying there. You're just doing the same shit that you were as an addict. We do recover, but it's a fight every day. Staying accountable keeps us clean. It does. Not only that, we stay accountable, but we expect others to keep us accountable also. If I'm messing up, I expect somebody to call me on that. I expect it. I need that. I need maybe that reality check saying, hey, Jay, I seen this slide and you might not want to do that anymore because it could lead, you know, what's going on? What's wrong? You know, I need that in my life. Just as every other addict does. We need that in our life. We need those people in our life that are going to keep us accountable, hold us accountable. And yeah, we're probably going to get mad at them. If you're being held accountable, you probably might get a little upset, a little angry, yet it's okay. For the person that's holding the other person accountable, it's okay. I commend you for doing that. I am proud of you for doing that. You deserve that same respect back. It's if you're going to disrespect yourself enough that I have to hold you, you know, that you're going to get mad at somebody for holding you accountable, you're not ready. It's okay. When you're ready, you're ready. When you're ready to change everything to get something back, you've got to lose everything to get something back. No is a 100% complete sentence. And you have to change everything. Let me get this right. So, in my case only, I had to change things. I changed my living situation. I changed my living state. I got rid of everything and got everything back in a different way. Every single one of my friends disappeared. Not one of them, they weren't a friend. They were a using partner. They only came around when I wanted to use or when they wanted something from me. So we used each other. It wasn't just one sided. I used them too. So it wasn't just one sided. Not one of them, still, one, still has reached out. Hey, how's it going? How are you? How are you, Jay? How are you doing? I'm doing well. Thank you. And, but I don't want to hear from one of those people that are an active addict unless they're ready to stop. Now, if you are on that fence, deciding, get clean, stay freaking high, get clean, stay high, you haven't lost enough. Because once you do lose enough, you're going to tip towards that get clean and stay clean side, and you're going to do it for the right reasons. And then you can get a hold of me. Get a hold of me. When that day comes, ask for my number. I'll give it to you. It's not a big deal, because I want you in my corner. I don't give up on people because I may need them sometime in the future to hold me accountable. What's the point of giving up on somebody when we gave up on ourselves so often that we had to cope with a different way, and that way was drugs or alcohol or people or whatever the case may be to make us feel better, to make us to the Band-Aid method to friggin' patch a hole that we're going to keep bleeding. We're going to keep bleeding. We're going to bleed through the Band-Aid. It all comes out. It all comes out. And, it's very hard to hold somebody else accountable if you're not accountable to yourself. If you quit lying to yourself, if you quit deceiving yourself, if you start being honest with yourself and looking in the mirror and saying, damn, I'm fucking up. Man, I'm really fucking up right now. I'm about to lose everything. I'm about to lose everything. Everything I've worked hard for, I might lose it. When you get to that point, look me up. Look somebody else up. Ask for help. It's okay to ask for help. You've already done it once. If you're in a relapse, you've already asked for help once. Ask for help. You'll get it. If you're not in relapse and you're still in active addiction, you might be living on the streets. You might be what some are, a spoiled addict, which means that you had the person that enabled you and made sure that you're taken care of. You haven't lost anything. So there's no point for you to get clean or sober. None. Once you start losing that, then you'll see the light and saying, hey, this shit's taking everything from me. And now all of a sudden I have nothing. Nothing for the hard hours and hours, 24 hours a day, or however long it takes you to get your drug of choice, whether that be alcohol, methamphetamine, heroin, cocaine, fentanyl, prescription pills, people, sex, whatever, gambling, it all gives us the same rush. It gave us the same rush, and it's okay though. If you're in that category as an active addict or an active relapse, hold yourself accountable. Biggest thing I can say is be honest with people. We already know that you're fucking up. My family knew that I fucked up. My friends that were outside of addiction knew I was fucking up. Why? Because they wouldn't hear from me for weeks because I didn't want them to talk to me and I didn't want to hurt them. I pushed them away to keep them safe from me as much as they pushed me away because, they don't want to help me maintain my high. Makes sense, and when we get down to it is if once you start being accountable and honest with yourself, honest with yourself, it's okay. Purely okay. 100% okay. You're honest with yourself and ask for help. It's okay. You're okay. And, you know, it's hard sometimes. It's hard to ask for help. And then to have that help, you know, it's hard to receive that help. It's okay, though. It's okay. I want everybody to hold somebody accountable today. Just say something nice to somebody today. Hold yourself accountable today. You know, it could be a family member, it could be a friend. And what I mean by accountable is being honest with them and say whatever's when you see somebody doing something good, hold them accountable for that too. Hold them accountable for that. Tell them that they're doing good. Tell them that we glorify negative. We all glorify the negative. There could be a billion good things going on around us. And if you're in a negative headspace, you're just going to see the negative. You're not going to see the positive. You'll see nothing positive. There's no light anywhere. It could be sunny out, but the clouds are out now. You know, it's always negative. Be positive. Be positive. Just change your perception just a hair, just a little bit, and see one ray of sunshine. One. And then start focusing on that positive thing instead of all the negative. And there you go. Life gets better. It gets better. You know, you don't have to be your drug. You don't have to be your addict. You don't have to be that. You don't have to live the life of an addict while outside of addiction. Because for a long time, I didn't understand what that meant. And when it started to come, when I started realizing what that mentality was, the addict mentality, the addict mind, when I started realizing what it was, it's like, holy shit. You mean I got to change the way I think and look and everything I do? Yeah, you do. You really do. You mean I got to talk to people? I don't want to talk to nobody. Nobody. But you do. You got to. You got to reach out. You got to have a support system. You got to have people in your corner fighting for you. Because if you don't, you're going to fail. There's got to be somebody that you can turn to and say, hey, I'm not doing good today. I'm not. Maybe I'll make it through. I will be okay. I'm not doing good today. Today, it's a one day. 1 out of 10. Today's a one day. You know, for me today, it's an 8, maybe better. You know, I am grateful for the things that I have got today. I am grateful for my family. I am grateful for God. And when I say family, I already explained what family means to me. I am grateful for God of my understanding, which is Jesus freaking Christ. And I'm grateful for my recovery. You know, that's a big thing. Be that person. Be that person. Be that person that's going to hold everybody accountable because it works. Be that person that's going to hold yourself accountable because you can. Be present today. Lift somebody up. Yeah. If they're doing right, lift them up more. If they're doing bad, hold them accountable, but don't turn your back on them. They may turn their back on you. Done it many times. I did it a lot when I was an addict. I'm, in active addiction. I did that shit a lot. I would, yeah, okay, see you later. Yeah. We didn't want to communicate. We didn't want to be around other people that were doing the right thing as we were doing the wrong thing. We don't want to, keep rocking your freaking recovery. Don't stop. Once we get stagnant in our recovery is when relapse starts. Once you shut your mind off to learning, the relapse has already started. Once you think you know it all, the relapse has already started. Don't ever think you know it all. Go everywhere thinking you're going to learn something. It doesn't matter what. You can learn how this door opens and that door closes. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. Learn something every day. Every day. maintain a positive outlook every day. Yes, not all days are going to be sunshines and rainbows. They're not. In fact, once you get in your head, there's going to be a lot of negative fucking talk. A lot of negative talk. My head, unless I'm taking 2 or 3 people, nobody wants to go. I sure don't like to go. I need like a lifeline, somebody with a life preserver and rope, on a big, huge boat and pulling on that damn thing. You're like, Jay, get out of there. Get out of there. Because if not, I'm going to get stuck in it. I'm going to get stuck in it and I'm going to dwell in it and I'm going to live it and I'm going to feel it. And the next thing you know, I'm going to want to forget it. What's that? That's relapse. And for some of us, we don't have a relapse in us. Well, everybody has a relapse. We don't have another recovery. For me, I'll never have another recovery because I'm never going to fucking relapse. I'll say that. I'll knock on some wood. Yet it's hard. It's hard. It's daily. It's hard. It's you wake up in the morning. Yeah, they say you make your bed. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. So maybe you'll make your bed later. Yeah, who cares? You're going to get back in it anyway. Just do something different. Change our behaviors, change our program, reprogram our mind. Reprogram our mind for a better person. Yeah, we got to start the small things. Celebrate your small wins. Whether that just be taking a shower that day, going for a walk, celebrate those small wins. Celebrate them. They're worth celebration. Because how many times have we not met a goal? All the time. Met them, not met many goals, not met them. But you know what? Once you start setting small little daily goals, small daily stuff like I'll do the dishes today. I'll make my own breakfast today. I'm going to go for a walk today. And you celebrate that. Be happy. Be proud of yourself for doing that. Whatever that case may be proud of it. It's a fight to do it. Sometimes it's a fight. You got to fight for your life every single day. Celebrate the small victories, the small ones. Don't dwell on the stuff that doesn't go right. If your life is just amazing because every one of you is amazing, if your life is just a little less amazing today, don't dwell that. Don't focus on the negative. We all get stuck focusing on the negative. Negative. News, all negative. There's nothing ever positive and uplifting on the news anymore. It's all shootings here, shootings there. Negative. Car chases, car accidents, death, negative. It's all negative. Start focusing on the positive. Change your TV channel. Change your music. Change something about it. Start focusing on the positive. Find something that you like to do that makes you happy, other than drugs and alcohol. Find something that makes you happy and focus on it and do it. Just do it. Focus on it. Remember how happy that makes you. Fishing makes me happy. Am I going to go fishing? Yeah, I probably will. I focus on that all the time. I love fishing. I haven't gone for a long time because part of my story is I used while I was fishing and I ruined that for me. Okay. I'm regaining the freaking joy of fishing again. It's fun. Hey, it's fun. Fishing's fun. Go for a walk. Oh, but it's so hot. It's so cold. It's so windy. It's going to rain. Okay. How does that walk make you feel later? Probably pretty good. Sweaty, maybe if it's hot. A little cold if it's, chilly. Or wet feet if it's snowy or rainy. Okay. Big deal. Big deal. Did you do something? Yeah, I seen this. I seen something happen over here. Was it entertaining? Was it fun? Absolutely. Focus on it. So that way you give yourself motivation to do it the next time. You need to find self-motivating things that you can do. You got to start motivating yourself. Motivation in recovery is another good one. We have to have a motivation. Yes, now we're sober. Now we're clean. What are you doing to motivate yourself daily? What is your motivation? My motivation is this. I get to talk to people. I get to help another person. I get to see the good in people. I get to not give up on people. I get to interact with people soberly. I get to think clearly. That's a good motivation for me. Another one is, I go to school. I'm still studying to get my bachelor's degree. Yeah, almost there. Let's see. In March, I get to walk down a stage, and they give me a diploma, bachelor's. Cool. Am I going to hang it on my wall? Probably not that one. I'll hang it on that one over there so I can see it all the time. Yeah, because I did that. I'm celebrating that day. I did that. That's a big accomplishment. That's not even a small one. That's a big one. What did you do today to celebrate your recovery? What did you do today to maintain your sobriety? What are you going to do today to celebrate your recovery? What are you going to do? For me, I'm going to go to celebrate recovery. It's all about celebration. It's all about the small celebrations, small ones, small victories. That's all we can have. If you're in recovery and you're sober, you're winning at life. You're already winning. There's a lot of things negative going on. You're a winner. I'm proud of you. Keep it up. You're doing amazing. You're doing amazing. If you're doing recovery for the right reason and it's for you, you're doing amazing. Keep it up. Don't stop. Don't you dare stop. Remember how you were. The past is a good thing. We always say don't judge our past because we're not our past, but we can look back at our past. We can see how far we've come and choose not to go back to that part of our life. We can choose that. We get a choice now. You're in recovery. You get a choice. You can choose happiness. You can choose honesty. You can choose integrity. You get to choose all these things. You get to choose them all. You get to be there for another person. Yeah. You get to live. You get to live. That's all. You get to live. I get another day to live, to help another person. I do. How amazing is that? That we can help other people. What? What are you fucking talking about, Jay? Well, I don't even know what you're talking about. Yeah, we get to help other people, bro. We do. We're a living amends to everything that we've done bad. Because if you believe in this 12 steps, that step 4, you got to make amends, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that step right there. I don't know how many people I've hurt. I can never make that much amends. I've hurt so many people. I mean, come on, let's be real. I think we all have. So the best way for me to make an amends is live a sober life and help the next person. That's the only way I'm going to ever make amends for anything, is helping the next person. That means I'm going to keep you accountable. I'm going to keep myself accountable to keep you accountable. I'm going to keep myself accountable to keep you accountable for me. Not for you. That's for me. I am doing that for me because eventually I might need it myself. Eventually. I don't foresee that, but I'm not getting complacent in my recovery either. Because complacency leads to boredom, leads to idle hands, leads to let's fill this time. Let's oh, wait, there's Johnny walking down the street. Oh, hey, buddy, you got anything? No, I don't. Do not get complacent. Do not find a hobby, find an activity, find a person you like talking to. Find something that you can enjoy and look forward to it every day. That's all it takes. Till next time, be happy, be kind, keep rocking your recovery. And I'm out of here.